So next I'm going to go up here and I'm just going to talk a little bit about what's up here on the toolbar. And first I'm going to look here at the zoom. This shows you how you can see your keynote presentation. So right now it's at 100%. Sometimes I like to go back to like 75% so I can get the full effect of, I can see the whole slide and it's not stretched out so large. Next, I want to show you the view. Now, this is how you can look at your slideshow as you are creating it. Right now, we're in the navigator bar. You might just want to see the slide only. You might want to show outline so that you can type in some information. Um, I am going to use Navigator right now because as we create our slideshow, all the different slides are going to list right down here, and I'm going to be able to move them around as I choose. So next, after we saw the zoom and the view, we're going to go to add slide. This here is where you can add the different slides to your slideshow as you are creating it. There's already pre-selected type of themes. Some of them are title with bullets only. Some of them are images with some text over here. Some are just images. So there's a different types, and there's also a blank one where you can add the text and images as you choose. So right now I'm going to add a slide, and I'm going to pick a picture slide with bullets. And I'm going to go back actually and see how this over here in my slides column over here. So these are where the slides are going to come and add, as I add them on. And I can move them back and forth. That's why I like the navigator view. So let me go back to the first one slide, and I'm going to give it a title. And I'm just going to, for right now, I'm going to put it as keynote presentation. And I might put today's date. Okay, so I have a slide. Okay, a title for my slide. Next, I'm going to go back to my second slide. And here, as you can see, this is a picture and text that are in bullet form type of slide. And so the first thing I want to do is give it a title. And I'm going to title it, Who Am I? And I'm going to add a picture. Now, previously we took a picture in Photo Booth. So there's two ways that you can add a picture. These pictures have to be already loaded on your computer, so therefore they have to be in your iPhotos or in Photo Booth. So when you have a slide that has a picture on it, you see this little button right here. You can push on that, and I'm going to use the Photo Booth picture, and I'm going to insert it here. So now I have an image of myself here, and then I'm going to add some text. So I'm going to might put the who am I? I am Mrs. Jackson. I'm a educator. I am a mother. Um, I am a wife. Um, and so I might list those things right here. So now I am going to show you um, something else up here on the toolbar. And that is over here. These are the inspector tools. And inspectors tools are when you can kind of add flavor to your slides and to your text and to your picture. The first one I'm going to show you is style. So this right here, I can give my picture some kind of border, um, kind of make it fancy. You can also and there's more. When you see the arrows, you can push on the arrows to see if there's more image styles. But so I'm going to just do that for now. Over here, I might want to, I don't like that, but this is where you can kind of change your text and add a little flavor to it, but I'm going to keep mine plain. You can add a fill to it. That means adding color to it. I can give my, even my title up here, I can give my title sometimes I like to give it a little color to it. Let's see. So you can add color. And then I could also give a border. And might want a picture frame border or just a line border. So there's a lot of different things that you can do with your style to kind of create and make the text and the pictures and things a little bit fancier. So then you can also go to text. Now I lost all my bullets here, and I want to get them back because that's why I picked the slide. So I'm going to bullet, and you see the bullets are over here to the side. I don't like how the text is in the middle, so I'm going to put it back over here. That's much better. And it's really small to me, so I'm going to change the size of the text. And I'm going to make it maybe, let's put it 30. A little bit bigger. Let's go bigger. Let's go with like 60. See how big it is. Okay, perfect. So you can change the font of your text. You can make it bold, different things like that. So that's what the text part over here of the format is. Next, I want to show you animate. So let's see. This is animate over here, and I'm going to add different types of effects to my slide. So a lot of times when you are doing bullets and you're presenting, you don't want them maybe all to show up at one time. And so I might want them to show up as I click on. So if I'm doing, I'm going to add an effect here. This is build in, this is an action, and build out. So for the sake of time and to keep it pretty simplistic, I'm just going to do a couple built-in effects. And I'm going to add an effect. So what you have to do is click on what you want to add an effect to. So if you see these little kind of, might be hard to see because I have a white border on my picture, but if you see right here, and I'm moving on it right now, there's little squares. That shows you that you have selected this area. So right now I'm on my picture. I'm going to add a built-in effect, and I want it to probably, let's have it twirl in. So when that comes in, it's going to twirl in when I come to that slide. Next, I want maybe Mrs. Jackson to slide in. I'm going to add an effect. Now you don't want to do too many because it might make your whole slide. If you do too many different types, let me put it that way, you might have different ways. But there's many different ways that you can have your slide effects come in. So I'm going to do all my text in blinds. And then so you see how they all came in, but I'm trying to do more specific. Let me see, left to right. That's this. Okay, let's see. I don't want all at once. I want by bullet. So you see before I change it, it says all at once. Let's preview, and it just all comes in. But I want it by bullet. So I'm going to put by bullet, and it's going to build in from first to last. Okay, and so then let's preview what it looks like. And so that will come in, and so I'm okay with that. And so another transition I wanted to show you is that I'm going to go back to my first slide, and I'm going to add an effect to it. So on click, and as we transition through, I am going to do, so this shows right here, if I go from this slide, it's going to have an effect to come in to my second slide. And so I'm just going to pick something. Let's see, let's do confetti. So if you play the presentation from the beginning, so far, this is what it's going to look like. I might say, hello, this is my keynote presentation. I push click, and this is how my next slide is going to come in as I push on my space bar. And all my different bullets will come up. And so I'm going to go back to my slide because I'm going to create one more slide. So next, I'm going to go back to my add slide. And this time I'll put a blank slide because I'm going to want to kind of format it the way I want to. So I'm going to add text. And so I click on here to see the text come here. And actually, you know what? I don't want this. So I'm going to go back to 3. And I can just push over here and I can just delete it and it'll go away. And I'm going to add this one right here that already has a title. And so here I might put hobbies, and this is going to be the title um, of my slide. And I'm going to quickly come over here because I want to format it, because I want to have a little border around go back to style. I want a border and I want a line border. Okay, next I'm going to add text. So one of my hobbies, let's say, is I like to play football. So right now I'm going to go to Safari. I'm going to go and I'm going to find an image of someone playing football. The best places to get images is going to Google Images. When you go to Google Images, I can search any of the images I want to do, and actually I did search Google Image. But let's see, let's see, can I spell today? Football player. And let me tell you a secret. Pictures and photos and images come up usually as a JPEG, but a lot of times when you are creating a presentation or a movie or something on the computer, it's best to use something as a PNG. So I'm just going to put that behind my picture, because a lot of times you see how here, if I wanted this Google one and I put it on my slide, you're going to get all of the white part behind it. I'll show you that in just a second. But let me pull up my football player. And okay, so let me show you, for example. Excuse me. So this is a simple drag and drop method. I'm going to add them to. So you see how there's a white background? I might not want that, and I might just want it as a transparency. So I'm going to delete this. I'm going to go back to my images, Google Images, and I'm going to put that PNG behind it. And let me show you the difference of what's going to happen. So you see, I'm going to click on here. You see how there's a checkered background here? That means that it's a PNG file. And when I move it over here, I don't get the whole white background. So this is really big. And so I'm going to just resize it, put it down here. And I'm going to add text, push on text, hobbies. And I'm going to put playing football. And I'm going to position that where I want you. Let's see, what else is something that I like to do? I like to read books. I'm going to type in that PNG, see if I could come up with something. And so I like this one, drag it over here. Up. Now see, that has the white background, and I didn't look at that close enough. Let me delete that. Let me see. So I'm going to come back over here and see which ones that obviously does not come up with the okay, I might be out of luck right now in finding my PNG. And so let's just, for the sake of time, pull this over here. And I'm going to add a text. And I'm going to write, I like to read books. Okay, so I'm kind of designing my slide here. I can freestyle the way I want to do with it. Up here, also the toolbar, if whenever you need to add